Have you always imagined millionaires as flashy, high-spending celebrities with luxury homes and designer cars? What if the people who actually achieve lasting wealth are quietly living in regular neighborhoods, driving modest cars, and carefully growing their riches under the radar? Welcome to TradeInvestor. Today we are going to dive deep into The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko, the book that shattered stereotypes about wealth and revealed the real secrets of true financial independence. In this audiobook summary, we journey through every major chapter of this eye-opening classic, content-rich, data-heavy, and tailored for a retail investor committed to financial freedom. Stay tuned as we unveil the habits and choices that separate the truly wealthy from the wealthy-looking. Introduction: Breaking the Myth of Millionaires. Stanley and Danko's exhaustive research, conducted over decades, upended everything people thought about American millionaires. Their findings? Real millionaires are not who you expect. Most don't inherit wealth or win the lottery. They are self-made, self-employed, or owners of small businesses. They often avoid luxury, choosing value and substance over flash and sizzle. The book identifies the core traits, behaviors, and decisions that build lasting wealth. Let's walk chapter by chapter and discover what makes the Millionaire Next Door so successful, and how you can follow their path, no matter your background. Chapter 1. Meet the Millionaire Next Door. Stanley and Danko opened their study with a surprising discovery. Most American millionaires live in middle-class neighborhoods, not exclusive enclaves. They don't always drive new luxury cars or wear designer labels. In fact, you've probably met one and never realized it. Their research showed 7 common denominators among real millionaires, which we'll explore in each chapter. They live well below their means. They allocate time, energy, and money efficiently. They believe financial independence is more important than social status. Their parents did not provide economic outpatient care. Their adult children are economically self-sufficient. They are proficient at targeting market opportunities. They chose the right occupation. Takeaway: hidden in plain sight, millionaires prioritize stealth wealth and sustainable growth. They reject lifestyle inflation in favor of simple, financially prudent living. Chapter 2. Frugality and Living Below Your Means. This chapter highlights the most consistent trait among millionaires: frugality. Instead of splurging, they save. While their income may be average or above, their savings rate is extraordinary. Millionaires budget carefully, track expenses, and avoid keeping up with neighbors. Delay gratification, favoring investments over immediate luxury. Drive older, paid-off vehicles and buy homes they can comfortably afford, often living in the same place for decades. Rarely lease or finance. They buy outright when possible. Stanley and Danko's data found that most millionaires never paid more than a certain multiple of their annual income for a home. They also have a lifetime pattern of hard choices, such as vacations close to home and low-cost hobbies. This foundation, spending less than you earn and investing the difference, is the bedrock of their wealth. Chapter 3. Efficient allocation of time, energy, and money. Millionaires don't just watch their spending. They're methodical planners. Every financial decision is weighed. Major purchases are researched in depth. Investments are chosen for long-term security, not short-term excitement. They spend hours each month planning future finances, retirement, and tax strategies. Contrast this with the underaccumulators, high spenders who look rich but aren't. These individuals waste time chasing appearances, not substance. The true wealthy make wealth building a deliberate, non-negotiable habit. Chapter 4. The Priority of Financial Independence. Real millionaires value financial autonomy more than looking wealthy. They aren't trying to impress others. Their goal is freedom, not status. Millionaires have a clear boundary between wants, and needs. They reject purchases that don't directly contribute to their long-term goals, a key reason their net worth rises so steadily. By prioritizing investment and rejecting status symbols, they break the endless cycle of earn, spend, repeat. This is the core of financial independence. Money enabling choice, not simply accumulation for show. Chapter 5. No economic outpatient care. A massive insight. The negative effects of economic outpatient care, that is, parents providing substantial financial gifts, down payment assistance, or bailouts to adult children. Millionaires are rarely recipients of unearned wealth. Those who receive frequent financial help tend to save and invest less. Stanley and Danko found this subsidy creates dependency and prevents the next generation from learning the discipline needed for wealth. Successful millionaires encourage self-sufficiency in their children from a young age, teaching budgeting, saving, and the value of hard work. Chapter 6. Economic self-sufficiency of children. How do the children of millionaires fare? Not all become wealthy, but those who do share some key traits. They learn to succeed on their own, without expecting parental bailouts. They are encouraged to work, manage allowances, and make mistakes with small sums rather than be rescued later. Millionaire parents provide guidance and education, but not dependency. This chapter challenges parents to foster responsibility, an essential step in building lasting generational wealth. Chapter 7. Seizing market opportunities. Millionaires are vigilant for opportunity, but not gamblers. They often run businesses in unglamorous but stable sectors: plumbing, wholesale, local services, small manufacturing. Research shows that business owners, not high-salary employees, are most likely to become millionaires. They spot needs in the community and fill them, rather than chasing trends or speculative ventures. Stanley and Danko found that patience and focus, not luck or risky bets, are the real drivers behind sustainable wealth. Chapter 8. Picking the right occupation. A significant portion of real millionaires are self-employed professionals, business owners, or in certain well-paying trades. Doctors, lawyers, and executives feature, but so do contractors, engineers, and retail business owners. The common denominator is control over income and savings, a willingness to do unglamorous but necessary work, and prudent management. Importantly, they avoid the rat race of constant career hopping or falling for every hot trend. The key is finding dependable work you can build on for decades and using the higher income or business profits to invest and save consistently. Chapter 9. The Wealth Accumulation Formula. Stanley and Danko provided a simple benchmark to spot prodigious accumulators of wealth, POS, versus underaccumulators of wealth, UAWs. Text. Net worth expected is equal to your age x pre-tax annual household income, 10. If your actual net worth is above this number, you're doing better than average and building real wealth. If below, it's a warning. Spending may be outpacing savings. Millionaires use this formula to track long-term progress and shun debt, frivolous loans, and high-interest expenses. Chapter 10. The High Cost of Status Consumption. Throughout the book, Stanley and Danko illustrate how look rich, live poor is the bane of financial progress. Lease payments, credit card debt, and constant consumption trap many in paycheck-to-paycheck cycles. Millionaires avoid conspicuous consumption, rarely buy new cars, and negotiate prices on major purchases. Instead of designer brands, they shop for value, durability, and simple utility. Their restraint means that even moderate income becomes extraordinary wealth over time, thanks to compounding and investment. Chapter 11. Investment Habits and Wealth Growth. Contrary to popular belief, millionaires aren't all expert stock pickers. Most favor broad, diversified investments, mutual funds, index funds, real estate, small business equity, conservative allocations with steady contributions regardless of market conditions, avoiding get-rich-quick schemes, high-fee advisors, or speculative gambles. Patience is the key. With high savings rates and prudent investing, their wealth grows quietly yet powerfully, often surpassing visibly high-earning peers. Chapter 12. The myth of high income equals wealth. A staggering finding. Many high earners remain underaccumulators of wealth because they spend to sustain appearances or upgrade their lifestyle with every raise. Stanley and Danko highlight. True financial winners are those who keep lifestyle inflation in check, even as incomes rise. They avoid the parade of keeping up with the Joneses and focus on their financial plan. This counterintuitive reality underscores that sustainable wealth depends on what you keep, not just what you earn. Chapter 13. Lessons for every investor. Stanley and Danko distill their research into actionable lifelong habits. Save relentlessly, avoid status games. Live in affordable homes, drive your cars for years. Invest in business, education, and low-cost diversified portfolios. Teach self-sufficiency to your children and lead by example. Ignore stereotypes. Real millionaires are often the quietest, most disciplined neighbors on your street. Closing. Your path to Millionaire Next Door, wealth. Here's the truth Stanley and Danko uncovered. Anyone can become the millionaire next door. It requires discipline, delayed gratification, a relentless focus on value, and the humility to ignore society's obsession with appearance. The richest lives are lived quietly, with more financial freedom and less financial stress. What will you do today to move one step closer to that goal? If you found this summary valuable, like, subscribe, and share your own insights below. Which millionaire habit inspired you the most? Stay tuned with TradeInvestor for more audiobook summaries, practical investing lessons, and real stories of true financial independence. Remember, wealth isn't about what's seen, but what's quietly grown. Choose the path less flashy, but infinitely more powerful.